maybe film more or something in its authentic form again, as you say, it's not going to be repeated because the hard-boiled detective or the hard-boiled gangster guy, the guy who's searching for his killer, murder, whatever, you're not going to get it like it was. I mean, they were black and white. They were made black and white because we didn't have color. Those guys had an iconography of that period, the fedora, the suit, the smoking, and I mean, it's like, we're not going to repeat that.
Right.
I think in every age there is a certain style of movie that you're not going to see repeated like it was, like the musical. You're not going to see the musical come back like it used to be.
No, it can't. I mean, because times are different. After a while, as soon as they start spoofing certain genres, I think once you start seeing spoofs of certain genres, that's a good indication that it's about to die out. Because you can't ever see that genre again without kind of, laughing at it because, it's
or bringing too much attention to it.
Right,
You're
exactly,
the Western is not dead, but it's
for a little while it was dead, but I mean,
it wasn't dead.
It wasn't so much dead. It was nobody was making them.
The Western is something that people want to say. Like you'll ask somebody who is ignorant of film, and I'm not saying ignorant in a way that they're dumb or anything like that, but people just. They'll say that they don't like Westerns. Right. So therefore they assume that the Western is dead. No, Westerns always come back. Right. They're just not as many Westerns as we see. I mean,
nothing memorable. And I'll take back what I said. Yeah, no, there are Westerns being made, but a lot of them just.
But think about
the majority of them that were coming out like around the 90s or so were bad. I mean, I think it was thanks to.
You're talking about they're Young Guns.
There's
like
so on the lines of that. Yeah.
But I'm thinking back.
But there was one. Remember that one with Colin Farrell? I mean, there's a few of them out there. But it takes a movie like 3:10 to Yuma, or the assassination of Jesse
James, or Unforgiven.
Yeah, to sort of bring them back. But at least the good Westerns.
Well, what I'm saying is we'll have maybe once in a while one film,
right?
But I don't know. I mean, if you look at back in the 60s and 50s and beyond, I mean, especially in the 60s, we had Westerns all over television.
Oh, yeah.
50s, we had Westerns all over television, as well as in the theaters. I mean, Westerns
There were tons of spaghetti Westerns. That, majority of them weren't that great.
Westerns are still iconic of film, but back then, they were a staple of film.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, I wasn't around at that time, so I don't know. But Westerns, you had a Western coming out. Every other week or something?
Chopsaki films, I mean, for crying out loud, the films we bring over and dub badly, I mean, those are pretty much.
Well, it all comes down to what has the most versatility. I mean, romance, romantic or comedies, horror films, action films. Those are more versatile than something like a Western. Right. I mean, a Western's stuck in a certain period. You can't do anything with it. Right. The as you say, the film war. It's not a whole lot of range there.
Right.
And as I said, blaxploitation, that is purely a product of its time. You can't do anything outside of that unless you want to parody the genre.
It's either parody or spoof.
So we have genres that, and I guess that's what you can say. Which genres will last? The ones that can adapt themselves to anything. A Western can be an action film. A samurai film can be an action film. A science fiction film can be an action film. Right. So you have things that can just transfer from one thing to another. It's the flexibility of a genre that makes it last. Let's go to...
You are correct, sir.
Thank you. That was a good question. And that was a real question.
That was an excellent question, yeah.
Let's see. We have Brendan B. Hey, Corey, and the beautiful Coles 3000.
Oh,
Brendan thinks you're beautiful.
Thank you. Oh.
Your complexion is so nice.
Oh,
your sheen.
Pure beauty I am.
All right, he says, who's one of your favorite actors or actresses who has never hit it to the A-list stardom? Someone that you love their performances, but they've never become a household name. Thanks for the weekly entertainment. There's a lot of people that I like that.
God. That's a tough one.
That's a tough because it's so many come to your mind, and some I don't even know. There's a guy who's really good, and I think his name is David Paymer. He's usually comedic, but I've seen him in a couple of dramatic roles.
Yeah.
And that guy is somebody that you will see. I mean, we're falling into the realm of character actors now, is what you want to say. I mean,
that's true.
These are guys that you're going to see, and you're never going to know their names, really.
Who's the guy who was, I want to say Michael something. He was in To Live and Die in L.A. Now
he's on those
now
cop
he's on
shows.
CSI.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck.
Don't know his name, but see, you don't know his name.
I
mean, you're asking us
that
this
guy.
question.
Yeah,
we don't know
I
their names.
That guy. He was in the last great movie I saw him in was Fear with Donnie Wahlberg.
Really?
Where he played the crazy because he was the dad. Like you knew, Donnie Wahlberg. He may think he's a tough ass, but
this guy,
he hasn't met the guy who fucking tracked down the fucking who was in Manhunter. He hasn't met that guy, and you were just waiting for that guy to beat the fuck out of Donnie. Donnie Wahlberg was like the Chris Brown in that movie, and you were just waiting for somebody to beat the shit out of him. And oh my, this guy fucking did it. It's killing me, man, to not know his name, but. Yeah.
Well, man. Yeah, hey, look.
But yeah, he hasn't been a big star for me to even.
There's a lot of
his
people.
Name, yeah.
There's some people that I see, who play terrorists a lot that I like, and I see them in a lot of other roles. There's a guy, and I'm gonna bring Training Day up again. But this guy was in The Well Rider, and he's a really good actor. Mm-hmm. And then in Well Rider, he played the father of the daughter. In Training Day, he's. I don't know. He plays so many different roles. He can play Arabic, Iranian. He can play Australian. He can play Hispanic, and that's what he did in Training Day. He played this Hispanic guy named Smiley. He was in Well Rider. He was in that movie called what was the movie called? It was a Deep Sea or Deep Blue or something where it was a tentacled monster eating people in a ship. And he played one of the mercenaries in that. And
I want to say maybe it was Deep Six.
No, it wasn't Deep Six.
Okay, there's two movies like that. There was a movie called Leviathan.
It wasn't Leviathan.
Okay,
and maybe Deep Six was it?
It was Deep
they,
something.
They thought it was a bunch. It was a kind of a cool movie. They thought it was a bunch of creatures attacking this ship.
Right.
And it turned out that it was just the tongue or the tendrils of one creature.
Right. Yeah. It's called Deep something.
Deep something. Yeah. And I can't remember.
Fuck.
But that guy played like he had a British accent. He played a mercenary in that. He's played a lot of like Aborigines, I believe he was in that movie. So he's played a lot of different roles, man. And he's one of my favorite actors because he's so flexible because he can be nondescript, but he's not a major star. No. The last thing I saw him in was Push, and I was like, too bad this isn't a better movie because I really like that guy.
Yeah.
And I can't remember his name.
There are a lot of actors out there that, they just can't get that. You see them in one performance, and they really stand out, and you never really get to see them in another performance like that.
Richard Jenkins is a guy that I recently saw. I've always liked that guy. I said, he's good. And then I saw that movie, The Visitor. And in that movie, he was terrific. Oh, yeah. And I said, I hope you get nominated, because I interviewed him. I said, I hope you get nominated for Best Actor. And I don't know if he got nominated for Best Actor or Best Supporting, but he did get nominated for something. Now, he didn't win, but he's a guy. Everybody knows him as the dad on 6 Feet Under, the dead dad.
Oh yeah,
that guy that I saw in this.
He's
comedy,
awesome. 6 Feet Under,
Richard Jenkins, but nobody remembers his name.
That guy in 6 Feet Under, he's when he played that dad, he's like the dad you always wish you had.
Really? Yeah. See, I haven't kept up with 6 Feet Under. Yeah,
I love that. I love that series. Terrence Stamp. There's a guy who I wish would. I know he's old right now. He's Zod to all the Superman 2 fans out there, if you don't know already. But he played Zod in Superman 2. But
General Zod.
His
and your heirs.
Yeah. Oh my God. Silence. Yeah. I could quote that whole goddamn movie all day. But yeah, dude, the Limey he was in.
I remember the Limey. Yeah.
Oh damn! I honestly wish that he had more. Yeah, he had more roles like that. At least where he's playing a badass, because he's great at it. I mean, he's been in some movies. The last film I remember him being in. Shit. What? Oh fuck! Now I can't even remember now. No, he was in the Tom Cruise film about the Nazis who were trying to take down.
Oh, that's right. Oh, you're talking about Valiant.
Valkyrie.
No, Valkyrie.
He was in
Valiant
Valkyrie.
was about the pigeons. Valkyrie.
No, Valkyrie. Yeah, he was in Valkyrie. He was.
Terrence Stamp is a great actor.
Yeah,
he was recently in Yes Man also with Jim Carrey.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he was the one that he taught Jim Carrey to say yes.
Oh, God.
He was he was the leader of this seminar about saying yes to life.
And it's roles like that just don't make him.
Man, he got to work.
He has to work.
These actors have got to work.
He's such a badass. Though I wish he'd like be in just greater films.
We've been naming men, but you know who's funny? I had an
we were talking about women too.
Oh, but there are women. this woman, she was kind of cold. I interviewed her too. I didn't even play the interview because it was such a bad environment for this interview. Yeah. But I've always liked her as an actress. She played. Now I can't remember her name, but she has a short blonde hair. Mm-hmm. She looks to be in her 40s, maybe early 50s, and she was the boss in the 40-Year-Old Virgin.
Oh,
and she was the counselor in Role Models. Yeah. She is funny as hell.
She's awesome. Yeah.
She's in all those.
What was wrong with the interview? Was it awkward or what?
Okay, they put you. If I can just get off track.
Right.
Okay, yeah. For Role Models, right. I interviewed her, the director, and Scott Stifler. Sean William Scott.
The guy who played okay.
Sean William Scott. So yeah. Now I got all of them in a room. I'm given like a very limited amount of time to interview all three of these people in the same room.
Yeah.
And it's one of those interviews where it's geared just to have you talk about the film.
Right.
And I hate that. I'm beginning to hate that more and more, where you can't get real with a person.
Right.
You got to sit there and do promotion for them.
You got like 10 seconds. Hurry up. Yeah.
And it wasn't. And so they're sitting there. First of all, they're kind of joking around with each other, and then I try to make some funny jokes. And really, she's looking like I wish I was anywhere else but here, and she's looking at me like this guy. Yeah. You know, I mean, I even remember. My nephew was in a movie with Sean William Scott, and the conversation just got awkward. I didn't mean it to. He said, I said, my nephew Vincent was in a movie with you, and he says, oh really? Well, what's his name? I tell him the name. He's like, oh, I remember him. Yeah, so what? He's in high school or something, right? I mean, and I was like, no, it's like, I said, he's in college, and he's like, oh, he looks young, man. And I guess I said the wrong thing, and I said, yeah, well, he has a brain. And so I'm being serious here. I'm not making a joke. I said he has a brain tumor, and that just makes him look kind of young. So I wasn't trying to make him feel bad or anything. Right. But he's like, he looked like shit. I'm asking the wrong questions. I don't know what to say. And she was over. Yeah. I caught her. I caught her rolling her eyes like I was saying something like I was lying.
Oh,
like I was making this up.
Oh, really?
And I looked at her and I was like, that's kind of you've been a kind of bitchy through this whole interview. I didn't like it. You didn't like it. Okay, that's fine. We understand.
For some reason, I'm not surprised about that.
Yeah, but you didn't give me any really good answers because I tried to be nice with her.
Right.
I was like, so you consider yourself sounding like, do you mind being called a character actor? Because I think you're great. Right. And she's like, no, it's fine.
It's tough, man. In that limited amount of time, it's hard to, look like, hey, I'm just a normal guy. They I'm sure they saw so many interviewers that day. It's all the same person to them.
Yeah,
it's just hard to mingle because they don't want to be there to begin with. You can't blame them. They're doing the same fucking stupid press. They're answering the same fucking questions.
And you're right.
You're trying in there. You're going in there trying to be a little different. And it's like, well, I'm just ready to finish this whole fucking thing.
You're right. And normally those things are okay. They're fine. You can get through them. 5 minutes is not great, but it's good enough to say, all right, I had a little chit chat with this guy. Maybe I had one or two things that were real there. But to try to fit 5 minutes of an interview with 3 people.
Yeah,
who pretty much just amusing themselves after a while. They don't really give a shit. I mean, I think I was the last one they were interviewing. They're just kind of like, fuck it. We don't.
You should have said like, I don't give a shit. You don't give a shit. Let's talk about this movie. And let's fucking get on with it.
Okay, yeah. I'm sucking your dicks. Whatever. This movie's great. All right, thank you. Good night.
Yeah. Why are you good? Why should I care?
You know what? I'm not gonna be personal though. I mean, I think she's.
You can't be. No,
I mean, like you say, who knows what was going on with them?
Yeah, you
that woman, whoever she is, I forget her name, and maybe that's why she's pissed because I don't remember her name. But she is a great character actor. And,
she is. She's awesome.
Funny, whatever she's in.
Yeah, exactly. So, I've never been disappointed by her.
So anyway, we have Polska Beats.
Uh-oh.
Polska Beats.
Is he German?
She's German. I don't know. Shit, they got a picture of a kitten up here. So I don't know.
Oh no.
Oh, it's a kitten with a machine gun.
He is German, or she is German.
It's a kitten with with a pistol pointing at a duck's head.
Only in Germany. No.
At a duckling's head.
Nothing against Germans.
Okay. It says, well. Okay, all right. Let me. Another one of those things where they start out with something that's not a question, and I got to skip through it to get to the meat of the email.
You are cool. I like you.
Yeah, that kind of thing.
I like the Tin Man.
They want to know, is it a waste of money / time to go to film school for directing. Since I've heard that a film internship provides almost the same experience as film school, but it's free. So basically, in your opinion, is film school worth it? Or should someone wanting to be a director just land a film internship instead?
Yeesh. That is a hard question because I have a brutally
honest
reaction to something like that.
What is that?
Which is either you have talent or you don't. Film school ain't going to make you a talent.